morning, top of the morning, top of the morning.
Hey, you guys ready?
Nice meeting everybody. Man, who gets drunk and cuts his family's hair?
You're gonna look pretty funny trying to eat corn on a cob with no fucking teeth.
How could you do this to nannies?
No, Sergeant, I might come and you suck, but I bite my nose!
My name is Björk, and your television is just about to explode.
And we're back.
Yeah, we got back from Redacted.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're good, man. We're back.
But
Shit
yeah,
happens.
this Eminem album.
Oh, the Death of Shady or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I haven't read anything like concrete, but from what I've heard people talk about, it's supposed to be like they're actually killing off the character now, so it's gonna be like an introspective album.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was curious because it looked.
Because they explain his antics now.
The
I
cover
guess.
looked mid.
Yeah, with him flipping
the
bird and the.
It looked about
casket.
what I expected.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I was slightly worried.
Was 50 Cent a pallbearer?
Oh, bro, I just saw that one post. I think it was.
Which picture did you see that they were saying?
It was the actual
like him in the casket.
Yeah, him in the casket, and it's all like a little hand flipping the bird.
Yeah.
I want to say it was 50 and Dre.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. There's three faces. I'm pretty
Dre,
sure.
obviously.
I'm pretty sure Dre is the first face, and I wasn't certain, but I think that's 50 Cent behind him.
Yeah, I honestly don't know who he's like running with now. He's like
nobody.
He's relatively quiet, doing his own like little
50
things.
and
Just drops
Dre.
albums.
50 and Dre, and I imagine after this beef shit,
He fucked with Kenny on LP2. But I don't remember.
Well, he checked Kenny because everyone, Kendrick's the next, wordsmith, pen guy, and Eminem, of course, being Eminem, was like, I don't see it, so let me see. So
that's kind of fucked up to say.
But got him in there for Love Game and made everybody else leave.
He killed him on Game of Love. I'll be honest, man.
He locked him in the studio with him and to make sure he didn't have a ghostwriter.
Yeah.
He was like, everybody get out, and
yeah, people feel about LP2.
He washed it. I thought he washed Eminem on that track.
Yeah, he did. That track wouldn't have been. It was a shit track without him. I could if like Roysta or like Dre was on it, it would have been dog shit. But having that manicness of Kendrick, the whole like sucking a bit of death, and it fit.
Yeah,
and beat off against Eminem so damn well.
And he must have did the Mona Lisa feature around that same time because he does that same frantic voice. The him and Lil Wayne, because that song's been in
like
the,
a
in
year
the,
maybe
in the tuck for a long time. I know it recently come out on,
if you hear grinding, I'm sorry, I'm
on 5, but
I'm grinding.
But no, I don't know. This whole Kendrick Drake beef shit's got me like reinvigorated into music.
Well, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
you're always way more like I always like him. Like, oh, this is a dope song.
Like I said, like I
spent 30 minutes explaining me why it's doper. So yeah, you're way into the culture and have like the pulse on it more. I'm just
like I said, like I heard
selfishly with Kenny.
Yeah,
I mean, he's coming from Kenny.
And that like I don't want to feel biased, but that's been my guy this whole time.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I wasn't a J. Cole stan, and I definitely wasn't a fucking Drake guy. Even though Lil Wayne was the door, I was like, okay, he's making a pop star. He's not finding the next biggest rapper.
Yeah.
He's not finding the next best rapper alive.
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj was able to body him lyrically and like as far as like attitude and like she was like a Princess Loco kind of like.
Her Monster verse is still one of the best verses.
I don't know if I know it offhand.
With Kanye and Rick Ross.
I know the song, but I don't know if I know.
Bitch, I'm a monster, come from Sri Lanka, that whole shit.
Okay.
She's in her fucking Caribbean vocal bag or whatever. It's like, she kills Rick Ross and fucking,
yeah, she's kind of got like a Syra, like the Trilix from Kyoto with Syra.
Mm-hmm.
That whole flow to it. Yeah, I think I remember it now that you're like saying it.
Oh yeah, back when everyone was culturally appropriating island music. Remember Drake had More Life?
No.
And we got onto him because they said the album sucks, so then he said, well, it's not an album, it's a playlist.
No, but yeah, I don't fuck with Drake. I fuck with songs Drake are on, like 21 Savage, Knife Talk and shit. Like,
yes.
But yeah, I don't fuck with Drake. I tried listening to Her Lost because I generally love the album cover. It was just so great, that light pink and the
and I like 21 so much. You know, I was really giving that one a chance.
Oh yeah, he was on that.
It's his album. It's a split album.
Yeah.
Well, he give it to 21 because if you look it up on Spotify, it's 21 Drake, not Drake 21.
Yeah.
which is, I mean, that's a whole nother thing. Who gets the money in the splits? But I told you that when I heard Push-Ups, the first Drake response after the I was like, this motherfucker makes me want to go rap.
Yeah, in the beginning of the argument.
The beat was good, and like what he was like, shit, I could go bar for bar with Drake.
Before
Hold up.
Kendrick woke up.
Yeah, before Euphoria.
He was doing really good. Like, I wasn't hating on it. Like, of course, like, but I'm not Dick Ryder for Kenny, where it's like, oh my god, you can't say anything. Like, yeah, I'll shit talk my idols any day if it's funny.
Well, and we didn't say anything outlandish. We just said it was simple.
Yeah.
Which it was. I mean, dropping Gimme 50. I mean, obviously, talking double entendre with the money splits. And
no, yeah, absolutely.
And
it was still...
Top Dog tells you to jump. You say how high, that whole sitch.
But yeah, no, I wasn't a huge fan, but I didn't hate him. But then, yeah, again, I've always been a Kendrick fan, so anything.
When I heard them horns at the beginning of Euphoria, and he's just on that bitch talking like he's, like, demeaning you.
Yeah.
I was like, oh... He knew.
No, absolutely. But it's not. Again, it wasn't just shit talking. It was like
the first 40 seconds he predicts every move that's done in the battle, to a T, and then the last line of that 40 seconds is what is it? I make music to electrify him. You make music to pacify him.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I could double down on that line, but I'll spare you this time.
Yeah.
And it's like that was he told you. In 40 seconds of dealing with this dude.
Yeah, Drake isn't the hardest to predict, especially because, again, just out of, like...
poking the bear. I'm going to tell everybody you like little kids, okay? Keep fucking with me. We're not going to do this.
He was basically just being a Cyrax troll.
Pretty much.
Like, dude, stop.
It's like, you see what I'm doing here. Yeah. I'm embodying you on a jazz beat. Like,
well, I think what happened was...
Don't make me call my West Coast people.
The beef, but, like, Mr. Morales, I don't know how it fared. It kind of just, as far as, like, being a Kendrick fan, but not being huge in the hip-hop community. I like my hip-hop artists. So
right.
I kind of, like, I don't glance and know, like, wow, dude, this Nicki Minaj song is obviously bodying it, but, like...
Well, word on the street...
Morales didn't have much longevity.
No.
And that was a problem.
And that was the word on the street was that was his last TDE album. Yeah. He wanted out of TDE because the splits were bad, because he signed when he was a kid and all this shit. And the Black Hippie group and all that shit. And he's there with his buddies. So, of course, he wants to go solo and do his own thing. He's a superstar.
Oh, yeah, no, big facts. I mean, he's at the level with Pusha and Tyler. And
so everyone said it was rushed. Everyone said it was about his wife and him, or his fiance and him.
Yeah, but it's better than Chance's album about his wife.
Having their whole split up or whatever, and him...
It was just therapeutic, and again, I can't, like, shit on that. Like, I could say I didn't enjoy listening to it as much as, To Pimp a Butterfly, or Mad City, or, whatever, but...
Which nowadays is like fine wine, because he referenced every track of Mr. Morale throughout this battle, and was like, no, I wrote this album for you slow, ignorant fucks. Yeah. Now go back with your daddy issues and listen to the album.
It just Kodak ruined it, in my opinion.
Yes, made it unlistenable.
I wouldn't say unlistenable, but yeah, it made me very skip happy because it didn't feel like a feature. It was
it pulled me out. It pulled me out of a Kendrick album, and that's not what you want to do. Like,
no, it was like Kodak's most intelligent album ever. It was like Kodak and Elton John did an album, and they didn't want their name on it, so they put Kendrick. Like, it was so weird.
I was trying to explain this to Raymond when we podcasted last, and like he doesn't keep up with any of the new guys. Obviously, he probably checked out in like 2004 or something like that. So he's just totally removed from the situation.
When is the last Tom McDonald song?
Oh yeah, now he knows white YouTube rappers. Yeah, so that is his bag now. But like, I was trying to explain to him who Kendrick Lamar was. It's like, no, you don't understand. Yeah, he's a little nerdy dude, and you hear him with the robot alien voice.
Compton doesn't hate him.
It's like, yeah,
Compton
but
doesn't hate him.
He is from Compton, and he all of that same shit, but he's just not a killer. Like, he's just not that guy. He's not the thug. He's like, go educate yourself, motherfucker. Like,
no, absolutely, yeah, no, it was.
So like, even explaining it to him, he was like, oh well, we should all. He was like,
don't be a menace. He was that friend.
Yeah.
Like the.
But even Raymond slow ass was like, shouldn't we all be on his side? I was like, yeah, but see, you don't get it. The voice of popular culture says Drake teaches us how to Tootsie Slide, and we're supposed to go with Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Kendrick's fighting a.
Well, he's just a product.
He's Huey from the Boondocks. It's Huey versus Riley. This is what we're watching. We're watching the Boondocks.
Yuck mouth Keith.
I hate the way that you talk, the way that you walk, the way that you dress.
Fucking Dickenberg, yo. But
No.
yeah, no, for sure. I can imagine that's gotta be like a weird topic with him, like, because it's
He's so removed from it, like,
yeah.
and like he keeps going back to the Eminem MGK beef, and like that wasn't even a beef. That was MGK's best shot with Rap Devil.
Oh, that diss track.
And it was,
Yeah,
and it was 2 verses of compliments and 1 verse of really getting at him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
Like you can't
you
diss,
can't say with every white
you
rapper.
can't diss
sorry to cut
somebody
you off.
and say you're the GOAT.
Yeah, exactly. What I was about to say is, like, you can't say with every white rapper that, like, without Eminem, you'd be nothing. But MGK can't say without Eminem, he could be anything.
No, he got through the door rapid fast with blonde hair and a wife beater. Who else did that? You tell me. I mean, who's the first guy that comes to mind when I tell you?
That longevity, that lace-up bullshit, I wouldn't have thought him.
Well,
him.
it didn't last. It didn't last. He had to reinvent himself.
No, it didn't last, but he is still around.
yeah,
That's more what I'm saying.
Well, no, he's a cockroach. He won't go away.
Which is really weird.
He's really good at jumping on fringy trends.
Oh, yeah, because,
Because now he's doing...
Yeah. He made pop punk.
Yeah, that's pretty sacrilegious.
Yeah, because boxcar race doesn't exist.
Yeah, you know.
Jim Eat World doesn't exist.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Oh, I'm listening. Whoa.
Yeah, how dare he do a whoa? Even like that, his best song on his album is so similar to Dance Dance by Fall Out Boy that he had to get it cleared.
Oh, that sucks.
Body Bag. That's
I
why.
never
That's
heard
why it wasn't on the original. Like it's on the deluxe version of the album. It's got Bert used. It's fire. I like
Yeah, I
it.
always feel.
It's
man,
young.
I don't know.
It's Youngblood, the little English guy.
Oh, not Oliver Sykes.
No, but wants to be.
No, I know that's why I said it.
Dangerously wants to be Ollie. But
Yeah, I've seen him around.
it's
He
him.
weirds me out because he hangs out. I get it, he's
Bert
young,
from
but
the Used and
I feel
MGK.
weird when artists hang out with kids. In every video I've seen of Youngblood, he hangs out with kids. I'm not saying anything. I'm not.
He's a kid. He's only like 16.
I think that's
It's
not
throwing
my
you
issue.
off.
That's
It's throwing you off
because
because he's so big.
he looks like
27, 28.
yeah. I want to say I don't want to say 30, but not shy of 30.
Us,
Me mum's about to, you know.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
knocking
he's off his parents' insurance.
knocking
is what
on
I'm saying.
30's door. Yeah,
Yeah,
but no, I'm
he might
pretty
not
sure
be.
he's like,
I don't know, but
I don't know what
he
real
just
age is,
it's
but-
just that fucked with me. It's
Yeah.
just, I've always been a person where
Well,
it's like
That's always bothered me about MGK too, because MGK, like you said, died with the lace-up shit and 100 miles and running and rapping fast and being white with tattoos. only got
some
only
bad
got,
tattoos.
only got you so far in
his
rap
brick
music.
wall in his tummy pisses me off.
He was so proud of it. Do you
I
remember the
bet.
Wild Boy video? Yeah, bitch. Call me Steve-O. I'm a wild boy. Genius writing. He's like,
No.
yes.
No, because I genuinely, because I was thinking, like, he maybe, like, I was like, oh, maybe he was on Wild Boy. No, okay,
I
so
wanted to
he
give
just
him.
had a song.
Well, him and Mac Miller come out in the same class, and obviously Mac was super dope and cool, and I knew Mac from Kool-Aid and Pizza, and you know.
Yeah, I never hated
From the balcony.
Matt
I've always
Miller, but
loved
I
Mac.
will say I only liked his Elevator album.
Oh yeah, you got into him when he was like.
Dead. Kinda.
No,
yeah,
I loved all versions. of
yeah,
it.
I'm a shit Mac Miller fan, but I never say I'm a fan of him. But
Yeah,
swimming
yeah, yeah.
pools, not swimming pools.
But so I gave them both a
Bad
chance.
Habit. What is his song? Self-care.
Self-Care,
Yeah,
yes.
Self-care. That's the
Oh,
song.
that's the best. In 2009.
It's a good
you know,
song.
He's got bangers.
So, but yeah, I never ventured. I'd listened to a couple tracks, and I never like. He just seemed like a chill dude. So it's like I don't have to have an opinion on you.
No, he just popped up here and there. You knew he was from Pittsburgh, so he'd rap with Wiz Khalifa here and there.
Yeah,
It's
he
like,
seemed
oh
chill.
look, that's the little fly little white dude. Yeah, he was cool. But I tried to give MGK the same like grace,
You can't.
and he blew it in the first album, and then like he come back, and then he was the deep, intricate, and intrusive thought guy with the white girl on the hook.
Well, he's got black kids.
Yeah, so
So I mean,
so he's always
you have
know,
no idea how deep he is.
Yeah, you don't understand.
Yeah, he just never blew me away.
And then he jumped on all the different trends with the mumble rapper kids, and he was always a follower. That's why I could never get behind MGK.
Yeah, like he's like everything you want to
And
shit on
now-
about Yellow Wolf.
And now go listen to Kill Shot. The Diddy lines hit so much hard.
Oh, the Eminem, that's the Eminem song, right? The him on
Yeah.
Target. Yeah. I listened to it like twice. It was pretty good.
Now all those Diddy lines are like, he used you to get in with the
Speaking of Mac
with
Miller
the
and Diddy, I
with
saw
the underage
an
white
old
kids.
video of them playing Diddy. It was fucking just hilarious. It was an old video of Mac Miller, and just like Diddy, I heard Diddy was at JFK assassination and didn't run. So it was just funny because all those have aged fantastically.
Yeah.
I've never had an opinion on Diddy. I liked Sean John. I'll be real. It had some good.
You knew he was a shrewd businessman, and I always thought he got away with a
I
lot.
forget how old he is.
Yeah, he's been around like business wise a lot longer than he has been like in front of the camera.
Yeah, like Suge Knight, fucking
Biggie, like was going to war with Suge Knight.
Insane how old he is.
Think about it, like that East West shit. He was the biggest.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
What is it?
So you gotta have bodies at that point. You know what I mean?
Like, just being so young and not knowing what else to do is like, well, the only thing I know to do is to get rid of this guy.
Oh, and Suge Knight runs over people. So I mean, like, just the crowd.
Suge was old. Suge was in his 30s, right?
Oh, bro, I wouldn't even pretend to know. I want to say 35, maybe.
But he was like a grown ass man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that was well after NWA. Like that was 85. So you were talking about 95 with Tupac. That's 10 years. Dre and them were all
grown. I wouldn't say well after, but yeah.
Because that's why he didn't try to son Dr. Dre. He was just like, I'm gonna keep all your shit. He's like, no, you're not. I'm gonna give you fucking Tupac, and you're gonna let me walk, and I'm gonna go find this white dude in the Midwest, and you're gonna leave me the fuck alone.
Big facts.
Like you know what I'm saying? He didn't try to intimidate Dr. Dre. Because he was a grown ass man.
Yeah, that's it. Too old at that
point.
Like,
bitch, I done had 2 divorces. Who are you? Like, what? You want some money too? Like, here, take all the money. I don't care.
Yeah, I know how to amicably split with someone to make you not come back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can have all this shit. I don't want none of it.
Yeah, no, big facts. Yeah, no, fucking the MGK fucking surprised he lasted, but
just a fuck boy.
No, big facts. But yeah, no, I'm just always gonna go with Kendrick as far as the Drake whole bullshit. I mean,
yes, and we'll be. I mean, obviously they'll put us on that side of the fence anyway, just to look at us. But like, I mean, I just look at it like a traditional rap beef, and one guy put on a clinic, one guy used one beat. That's what I look at. Like Kendrick said, okay, you want a hit? I give you.
Again, that's the problem when it comes to it's just product versus sheer talent.
Yeah, I'll give you. You're Not Like Us, and I'll give you Like That with Future and Metro Boomin. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'll give you whatever flavor you like. I'll give you West Coast. I'll give you Atlanta.
And that beat was super West Coast. My God, dude, that shit was like straight out Eazy-E fucking.
Yeah, like I said, that song was just him walking on his grave. Because like anytime you get motherfuckers to crip walk to a pedophile anthem, like I think you got, I think there's a lot more layers here that need to be looked at psychologically. This will be he'll win a Pulitzer Prize for these fucking diss tracks.
Yeah,
because he just educated the entire black population about slavery and the importance of Atlanta in the third verse of a fucking dance song.
Well, I think the biggest again, I'm not black and I'm my way out of the black culture anyway, but like I think the biggest line that did him the most credit, as far as for the black culture, is the serving up your sister.
Yeah,
like because that is a huge issue from what I see. It's that like like no people will go to fucking crazy lengths to fanboy over someone and like it's not obscene. I mean they do it with rock bands, so it's not just I'm not just saying that. It's insane. It's just but to actually say that definitely hit home. Like you could say he's a pedophile all day. You could have the flyest rhythm, but I think that line definitely made a lot of people like that weren't shit posting be genuine. Like, no, this is fucked up. You're basically serving up your fucking sisters and your mamas and your fucking nieces to this kind of shit.
Oh yeah.
Just because he's light skinned and has money.
Euphoria when he's like, I'm the biggest hater or whatever, and he's like, no, it ain't just me. I'm what the culture's feeling. Yeah. Like at first glance, you're like,
well, because no one fucks with Drake. Honestly.
But at first glance, you're like, Kendrick's gonna be the voice of the culture, the nerdy backpack guy. But
Compton doesn't hate him.
But then you think about it, it's like, no, he's been cool. Yeah. Like he's been cool with everything he's ever done.
Yeah. His worst album, quote unquote, in my opinion, is Mr. Morales. If it's not his worst album, it's literally just a therapeutic album, and it's the last album.
It's his youngest album too. So like To Pimp a Butterfly, obviously the critical acclaim when it first came out, but his albums aged so well, and I think Mr. Morales.
Oh, it's going to. But just as far as, like, again, like, it just blipped. It wasn't swimming pools. It wasn't, I mean...
No, yeah.
So, I mean, but again, it's a therapeutic album. I can't hate on him for making an album for himself. I make music for myself. You know what I mean? So I don't expect anyone to listen to it. It's for me.
If we're going to talk about it objectively, J. Cole's entire fucking beginning 4 albums of his career is therapeutic music because he made it all by himself.
Well, I don't fuck with J. Cole, so I never hated him, but
like he was one of the biggest ones that was like, I make my own beats, write my music, mix and master, engineer. You know, he was big on letting everybody know he did his own.
Oh yeah,
shit.
He seems like an attic kid.
And that's exactly what he is. Made music in his attic by himself.
No, absolutely. And again, I can respect that.
And he's a dog.
Same shit I do.
I've said it to everybody to listen. Like, I think J. Cole bodies both of them in an arena where, like, we're going, like, line for line, lyric for lyric, because I think J. Cole is very classic.
I don't know, man.
Kendrick
is just insane, though.
Kendrick's cooler than he is. So Kendrick will always win that battle. And he may not have the best, like, verbal line for line.
It would need to be, like, a rap battle in front of, like, 5 Harvard and Brown University, like, doctorate professors, no crowd, so the hype doesn't matter. And generally, word for word, tell me why cellar door is the most beautiful word. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think...
Then J. Cole would win.
I think what happens is we get East Coast, West Coast again because J. Cole's going to win New York. Because J. Cole raps like Nas and Jay-Z and those type of guys.
Does he? I don't fuck with him. So
when he's in his bag and he's getting real, like, because, like, he's got a whole song, like, I Let Nas Down because he made a pop record. All kind of crazy shit. Like,
fair.
So, like, but he's real wordplay, and that's real East Coast, and Kendrick's just too cool, and that's West Coast.
Yeah.
West Coast is a vibe. Tupac wasn't the greatest storyteller. Biggie was.
Yeah, Kendrick is the guy that can do, like, the goofiest dance. And it's the hardest thing in the world.
He called him Crody 9 lines in a row.
Oh, yeah. That shit's funny as shit,
Which is double funny because I didn't know Drake had a cat named Crody.
I didn't know that either. I just assumed the slang.
Well, yeah.
Like your woes are your friends. Crody is fucking, Fair. Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's pretty funny.
Again, that's the shit you know more where it's, and I was like, that's a hard line. You're like, no, hold on.
Just the title, 616 in L.A. One, you jack a timestamp record. 6:16 a.m. in L.A. You jack a timestamp record from Drake, who does that. Like, that's his thing. 8 a.m. in Toronto, 4 p.m. in New York. Like, every time he's going to diss somebody, he's got a timestamp for him.
Certified Lover Boy sucked.
Okay. It's terrible.
Sorry.
No.
Just
get it off.
Cognitive.
Get it off. Trust me.
Like I said, I don't hate on Drake just to hate him, but I tried a couple albums and it just.
Well, I was a
horrible album.
I was a Lil Wayne fan. So, like, obviously, that's my guy's guy. So I'm going for Drake.
Who did the album? Hurst.
Yeah.
I think Damien Hurst, one of my favorite artists, did the album cover. Or it's, like, based off of Hurst. Either way, Hurst was involved somehow. And, man, that made me sad.
The 12 girls putting the 12 pedophile markers in the house.
Yeah.
Come on.
That shit, yeah. Oh, yeah, as far as slick shit post-album covers, you literally just screen cap Family Matters. Yeah. And Kendrick went in your sock drawer.
What did Drake do to Big
Yeah, I mean,
he drowned him out. He did Summer 16, and then he did Back to Back. And the first line about or the iconic line. Is it a world tour or your girls tour? Boom, buried Meek Mill because he was with Nicki Minaj. So like,
all right, gotcha.
For that to be how Drake won that, to then get the kid exposed by Pusha T.
Yeah.
And had to bow out because it was getting nasty. So now the dude's calling you a pedophile and you're saying you won? Like, get out of here, dude.
Again, yeah, it's that fucking Cyrax mentality where it's like, man, I got you. And everyone's like, dude, he's called you a pedophile.
I think what's really telling is the things Drake said about himself. If you go listen to the Taylor Made freestyle that done got took down by Drake, but that was the one with Tupac and Snoop Dogg voice.
I didn't hear that one.
It sucked.
It was gone before I even. Because again, I'm not in it, so it was gone before I
actually, like objectively, it's got the best, one of the best beats in the whole beef. I think. I love the beat, but the AI shit threw me off. I just couldn't get into. It's Drake.
It's just bad.
It's Drake rapping as Tupac, and to me, that's just blasphemous. You know what I'm saying? Drake.
There's just shit you don't
Tupac
do.
would.
Yeah.
Tupac would never rap those words that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like pulling a Chester Bennington and like.
Yeah, you wouldn't AI Chester.
It's just weird.
You wouldn't AI fucking.
It's weird enough they hologrammed him. Like
you wouldn't AI like Toby Keith just died in country music. You wouldn't AI Toby Keith back to
Yeah,
life.
right.
That would be awkward right now.
Yeah, there's just certain people, and again, it's like it's not even because I'm like the biggest Tupac fan. He's fantastic, and I love him more than Biggie. I'll say that right now.
But it's just the
It's
legacy.
just weird.
Yeah, and
It's fucking weird.
and who he is, you know what I'm saying? So obviously that
And it's
record,
Drake. It's very corny.
but
Yeah,
one
it's
of the
not like-
first lines, and Tupac talks first. So after he gets the Kendrick, we need you, hip hop savior, he gets that line off, and it's hilarious.
I heard that.
The next thing he's like, heard it on the Budden podcast. It's got to be true. Tell me he likes young girls. That's a gift from me to you. He says it about himself.
Yeah.
So for him to introduce even the thought of,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's weird as shit.
for that to be that big of a thing, I don't think you play with it like that.
Yeah, again, it's
I
just
would-
like, why would you, again, if you're going with the logic that's fake and you fed him, why would you feed him that information? It's
Because
the weirdest
flip it and say
thing.
Drake says that shit about Kendrick. Kendrick, you're a pedophile. Kendrick's like, I'm a what? First off, he's gonna like, I'm a what?
Yeah.
You know, and then it's gonna be like, well, show some proof. And then
someone from across the street just punches
then
you
the
off
videos come out of like Drake with the 16, 17-year-old girls on stage and shit.
Again, yeah,
like,
it's not anything like
nothing
hard
new.
to find. Again, like you could look up hour-long cringe posts of fucking Drake or and it's just him fucking being weird with fucking young girl fans or just his fans in general with that dynamic, and it's just he's you could just know he's a fuckboy. He's a club fuckboy.
Well, Degrassi show was on Nickelodeon. Come on, what do we know about Nickelodeon? They like wild.
But it was
fuck.
Canadian Nickelodeon. I don't see Tom or Dan Schneider going across the border for black feet.
No, he doesn't need to do that. But I imagine the Canadian wing of Nickelodeon's got a lot less policing going on
I don't know, man. No,
than Dan Schneider.
Canada's fucking intense with their shit. Like,
Are they?
yeah, they're pretty. I wouldn't say they used to be. I'll say that they used to be. I don't know now, but yeah, like there's an infamous SCTV or kids. I think it's SCTV. The whole Canadian show, Canadian
Right.
comedy show, all Canadian, yada yada, filmed in Canada, and they said the show wasn't Canadian enough.
What?
So they had to have. They have a rule. We had to have 2 minutes of Canadian television. Like,
Oh, I know what you're saying.
in all their like, public
that's like
shit,
China.
or,
Like you could
yeah,
put whatever,
so
but you have to have
I don't
X
know,
amount
man. I
of
feel like
CCP propaganda on it.
I think that's why you're not hearing Drake or any of the Canadian Nickelodeon kids go like, "Oh yeah, my asshole was stretched enormously." Yeah.
I think it's like a whole government thing. Kind of like like the whole country.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a systematically ran situation.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a little more policed as far as what the public gets, as far as
Right.
public consumption.
And we're the Wild West.
I mean,
down
yeah,
there.
we have 96 Captain Crunches.
Yeah, we
they
don't
have
give
like 4.
a fuck.
So I think it's more that.
If it could possibly be true, we're letting that shit ride.
So I think it's just more unchecked fuckboys like Drake.
Yes.
Where
Yes.
it's like,
Yeah.
just,
And I think Kendrick's so sure of himself. It's like, dude, I'm from Compton, dude. Like, I didn't think I was ever gonna have money. Like, you think
he was gonna make it out alive.
Yeah, you think I was worried about diddling kids? Like, come on, bro.
Right.
Like, I've never.
No, because I was fucking at 14. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just a whole different level. And it's like, again, it's a product versus genuine talent that shouldn't be here, that deserves to be here.
I'm really glad that the culture took it this way.
I am too. I was
behind Kendrick.
waiting for Kendrick to get turned
To get
on
bodied.
hard. Like, oh, he's
To
a
get
fucking
bodied.
pedophile. He's a nasty monster. He's so mean. He calls out people still.
Right. Yeah, I thought because you know how like it's a swarm.
Well, it's because
It's
of
that
social
fucking
media.
hive mentality.
In the real world,
Yeah.
Kendrick is Kendrick. Kendrick can walk anywhere at any point in time, like Kanye.
Yeah,
and
but
he's
Drake
not
is
gonna get
damn near
robbed.
Madonna when you look at it that way, and it's like
He is.
his
He's-
rabid fans they don't speak English.
Like the Beatles.
It's the Beatles.
Yeah, it's like the Beatles,
It's
One Direction.
fucking
It's
head of
basically
my
all
head,
the
yeah,
adult,
it's-
in my opinion, all the adult like One Direction, and like all those like groups grew up, and then they found Taylor Swift and
Taylor
Drake.
Swift and Drake. That's exactly
So
what happened.
that's where all those people
Yep.
went, in my opinion. That
Yep.
whole like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you
Yeah.
talking about? No, wrong.
they would never-
Wrong. You're
yeah.
wrong. Wrong.
Taylor Swift's walking around with like goat blood dripping off her dress at the fucking awards with a black snake and shit, and it's like,
That bitch is
there's nothing wrong with her.
insane to me.
She's awesome. I don't know what's wrong.
I don't fuck with Taylor.
I
I'm
don't.
not gonna shit on Taylor, but I don't fuck with Taylor.
No, the last thing we need is the Swifties on our ass.
Well, I'll take them 1.1. I don't give a
Well,
shit, but I don't want to.
we
I'm
don't-
not dying on that hill. I don't
we
care.
don't have time.
Yeah. I don't care enough, but
That's
I
gonna
don't
be
like
the name
her.
of the show because we don't have time.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Fuck that. What else is going on in the fucking world, man?
The game called Rick Ross Fat. You care about that? No.
That was the most off the wall shit.
Well, I mean, he called. You know,
Why?
everybody.
Why? He's fat. Never mind.
Tis the season. Everybody wants their numbers up.
No, yeah,
let's,
big facts.
let's diss everybody.
Big
You
facts, I
know,
guess, yeah.
they're gonna
Rick
play.
Ross won't shut his fucking mouth.
Hip hop in the '90s did the same thing. When
I'm grinding again. Sorry.
When Jay and Nas beefed, you know, everybody that had a fucking tape dissed somebody on their tape.
Nas had the N-word album, didn't he?
Did he?
Or was that DMX? I feel like it was Nas.
I have no idea.
I think it was Nas. I'm
Can't
gonna
remember.
die in that hill. Good album.
Like, I appreciate who Nas was, but Nas was never my cup of tea. And honestly, I don't think Nas was ever talking to me. If we're being
Yeah,
real,
no,
you know,
for
like,
sure, yeah.
like I get it. I know who he is. I appreciate the craft. I like a lot of his shit,
Yeah, I fuck with
but
him,
like,
and,
I'm not like even like the classic albums. I understand why they're classic.
I like a lot of Memphis shit. That's where that's where I found my little hook. I like Tommy Wright, Princess Loco, and shit like that.
Well, just from us
Like
being
my obscure little,
like being from the South, we have a different flavor palette.
Yeah,
You know,
Orange Bound.
yeah. Like we get Outcast. People up north don't get Outcast. They don't understand why that's cool. I mean, I'm sure they do.
An owl.
Yeah.
Fuck, oh man, 3-6 too, man. That's Memphis too.
3-6,
Yeah,
yeah.
one of my is that no, yeah.
Oh man, when you fucking
Yeah, I
young,
fuck with Memphis
even
rap
with
a
the
lot.
young guys, like Young Dog who died.
I don't fuck with a lot of new kids. That's my. I'm the same with like a lot of like old heads and shit.
Yo
like that. I
Gotti,
don't,
Yo Gotti's Memphis. I fuck with a
Don't
little
know
bit.
him.
You don't mess with Yo Gotti?
I don't know him.
You probably heard a couple.
But I probably heard a song.
He
But I
did.
don't.
He did Down in the DM.
Nope.
And he had a song with Nicki Minaj too. I can't think.
I don't
of it.
fucking Nicki that much. I fuck with Megan.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah,
you're on the
it's
Meg
just-
side of things.
I know. Well, yeah, of course they're beefing her, Cardigan. They're always. But no, I fuck
Yeah.
with Hot Girl, man. Megan's the shit.
Meg is the
Talent.
shit.
Just a talent, man.
I hate how the whole Tory Lanez thing is like lingered so long, but it like actually went to trial and everything.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like, you know
Big
what I'm
facts, big
saying?
facts.
Like, and apparently like they got freaky one time, and she was like, "What the fuck? You think we doing this shit every time?" And it was some weird shit.
Oh yeah,
and then-
because again, it's nice to hear from the female perspective because you know that they're all fucking the same 6 chicks because you see them fucking the same 6 chicks.
well,
But
this-
yeah, it's sheer talent. I love
if this
Megan.
Drake beef has not shown a light on anything, it definitely shows that. He's every city he goes to, he's just banging the famous rapper's chick. That's just his move. Which who cares as long as we get good rap out of it. I don't want nobody to die or nothing, but you know.
No, yeah, I don't know. I don't fuck with that shit. If you're gonna die, just OD like a normal person.
Yeah, Suicide Boys is out.
I can't say that, man. They're sober.
Clean and sober. How you like their new shit? Actually, we could talk about
I
that.
didn't listen to the new
Because-
the Airplane album.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I've had a couple interactions here, like recently,
Mm.
talking about the boys, and people don't either know
Anything?
like where I'm. Yeah, like obviously they wouldn't know where I'm from, but like we'll say just off the wall shit. Like I helped name the Suicide Boys, and like
No.
I helped. I was like, oh really? You were on that couch? Because I have a friend that was definitely on that
Yeah.
couch. Like I know who they were before they were rappers. Like
Yeah,
they were failed musicians.
I know
first.
a little
Like, don't
bit.
get it twisted.
They recorded at Fountain Blue,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Fountain Blue is where I recorded for one of my bands. And I talked to him a couple times, and like got weed from someone of someone. So like yeah, like I don't know him any personally, but no, absolutely, they're fucking.
But
From
you
when
know-
I met him a couple times. I've seen him live a bunch because we live in New Orleans.
Yeah, like they tried to bum cigarettes off
Yeah.
me at the park before. Like,
Yeah,
I
they're
know who they
so like
are.
yeah, they're chill dudes. So I'm glad they're sober. Even if I don't fuck with a lot of their new shit, because
But like they're from the city, and it, like
I don't fuck with anyone's new shit. My thing is I give it like a year. Like even like bands like Trivium or like Suicide Boys or like you know anyone like that I truly like. Oh no, fuck, they have hits like even AFI. I give it like 6 months to a year before I give a shit.
Well, because if you jump in head first initially, you're gonna want to like it because you like them, right? Just from what you.
Or I'm gonna hate it because it's not.
It's not what you're used to.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
you have to find it organically. I'm
Yeah,
always
but yeah,
like
yeah.
a playlist.
Like,
one song will pop. You're like, what is that? Oh wait, that's AFI.
The Pink Eyes album with the like Aurelia and Snowcats and yeah, that shit just popped up organically. So it was like, okay, cool. Like the new Jimmy, like I don't want to say new, but 5-6-year-old Jimmy Eat World. That's like 555 song.
Yes.
That shit just popped up organically, and like I love Jimmy Eat World. They've done no wrong. But
Stained. Aaron Lewis getting back with Stained.
see, I'm not
like,
fighting that. I don't have that niche because my shit's too.
Well, like
hard.
I didn't know anything about it, and randomly on a playlist, of course, on Lamb of God, Pantera.
I got
shit,
Blue
like,
Eyes by Limp Bizkit the other day. Banger.
banger.
Better than the original.
Gothica.
I love the Who. Yeah, with the Gothica music video, and I was like, damn, I forgot it was in that.
I just wish he did the last verse.
Did he not?
No, he did the fucking speaking spell thing.
Oh, the I.
Yeah.
You.
My dad's so mad about that.
I like
because
it.
obviously he's a Who fan, but like
Yeah, but dude, let Lethal do his own thing.
true, but like
It's an
what
acoustic
about
song.
this? It should have.
No, it's
they
not.
could have jammed, which he wasn't doing jam, and they
But
were
it
doing
aged.
sad. Oh, it's
Exactly. I loved it when I was a kid because it was dope. I was
It's
like,
fire.
It's awesome.
It's
sound,
fire.
not words.
no, it's
But, yeah,
it's
it
fire.
was great too. Yeah, but yeah, I found it like recently, like 2 weeks ago maybe, and I was like, God damn.
Yeah,
God damn, this is nasty good.
but I like when I find new shit organically like that
Yeah,
because
same.
because then like I said, like the Stain song randomly comes on, and I'm like, well, what album is this? So I click on it, go to the album, and it says 2024. I'm like, oh,
Right, we got new.
I'm like, oh shit, that came out like yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's kind of impressive that he's still got that in him. To be honest,
Same as the
made me go see
previous
him.
Metallica album.
Made me go see him
Hardwired.
live because I wanted to call him on his shit. Because like, there's no way that breakdown's real. Like he's getting down like that. You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta think he hasn't done it in 20 years.
He's
It's
just
not-
been saving it.
yeah,
And
it's not
actually
like-
learning how to sing and use his voice.
Yeah, it's not that middle ground where it's like either he's done it all day, like Sanguis Sugabagami, where it's like I can just do it all day, just all day. So I mean, yeah, you have to expect he did it, and he's classically trained at this point. He doesn't have to warm up anymore. So I mean, you can pull it out of your pocket. Absolutely, it's a neat trick.
Yeah.
That's the favorite thing about saying like old hardcore bands, shit like that. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
still like
They can get that shit off.
yeah, the ones that you know the. It's nice to see them older, where it's like no, they can still hit that shit hard because it's just so innate in them now. Where it's like,
And on the flip side, the groups that did that shit every night, like Motley Crue and Guns N' Roses,
Yeah.
go watch them now. They've burnt out.
man, Motley Crue aged like fucking milk behind a radiator. I never loved them, but I mean, like, what was
I
the
love
album with
their
the pentagram?
records. I love their records.
Shout out to Devil. Shout out to
Yeah,
Devil. Yeah, I
shout
mean,
out
it's
to
fucking
Devil.
album with the
Yeah,
pentagram
no.
and dudes in makeup. It was dope.
Dude,
But like,
They had one guitar player. They sounded like they had 50 fucking guitar players.
oh, old Mick Marr.
Mick Mars was a motherfucking
Yeah.
savage.
Fucking
he
Kickstart My Heart is still like the
he doesn't get-
nastiest.
doesn't get any like love or appreciation.
No,
really.
because yeah, fucking Nikki Sixx and Vince Neil.
And Vince Neil just blew up like a fucking abominable
I forgot he
snowman.
killed a guy.
He did. He killed a drummer from Hanoi Rocks.
Yep.
Ruined Hanoi Rocks' career.
Yeah, I forgot that shit. Yeah, you gotta bring it up. It's like, you know, Laura Bush. She killed a guy. You gotta bring it up. But yeah, no, I ain't gonna sing that new music. That's good for him.
Yeah.
You know,
One album.
I don't
10
support it.
songs.
I don't support his fucking hissy fits.
No, and
But-
that was my one thing. I was like, I hope we don't show up and it turns into like, fucking
That show.
NRA fucking Revolutionary War because we are in Mississippi. So it's
I'm
like,
fine with, have your fucking speeches, but it's the hissy bits. It's
It
generally walking off stage.
did not say a fucking word.
Good.
Just like,
Learned his
hey,
lesson.
you know what I'm saying? Just hyping the crowd up or whatever, talking shit. But that didn't stop, and because the guitar player's going fucking nuts. You can tell he's so happy to be back employed.
Yeah,
Like
no.
Munchak, he's going fucking ape shit.
I said, I'm fine. I grew up hardcore and fucking Under Oath live, so it's like, no, I'm used to a prayer circle in the middle of a show.
Right, it happens.
Before we hit this next breakdown, I want to have a moment of prayer for everybody.
Talk to God.
Yeah. You feel him in this room? Pick him up. So yeah, I'm fine with you saying your shit, but yeah, it's just I don't agree with musicians.
I did see something a little more culturally relevant to us, I guess. As I Lay Dying, the two that had a problem with him coming back finally left the band. Remember how he kept saying it was two guys? I can't remember the two. I think it was the drummer and somebody else. But they finally
they replaced.
they finally did
like
leave.
3 times.
Yeah, and the drummer wouldn't go on tour with him, but he would record or some weird shit. You could tell it was a money thing. Like, well, I'm definitely gonna make
Yeah,
the money
well,
off
I
the
don't,
band.
man, it's like Slipknot at this point. Like, man, at this point, if I could just get the check.
Yeah, yeah.
Just get the check.
Well, my thing is like I listen to some of the new shit, and Tim is like awesome.
Oh, Tim's always been nasty.
Tim's the dog.
When he
dude.
got back, but the Roots, I think,
Yeah.
fucking disgusting. Yeah, no, it's just his visceral, like, you can't fucking tell me what to do anymore. I did wrong, but
And
stop.
I sent you a clip a while back. I can't remember which member it was, but it was somebody from Suicide Silence's podcast.
Oh, Garza.
Garza.
I love
Garza's-
Garza's podcast. He did.
He-
I
but
watched his Sanguisa about recently.
Him and Tim, he had Tim on there, and they were talking. He's like, "Look, dude, it is what it is. I was at a fucked up spot. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I understand if people,
But he did time.
if people feel a way about it. It's like, but I feel like my time, you know, like I'm going through countless therapy. It's like, look, I just love music. I want to fucking do this shit. Let me get back to
And
doing
as
what
laid out,
I
wants
do.
me back.
Yeah, and they need me. They want me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so I'm kind
The
of
clean
like,
vocals only sound so good.
what are we gonna do? We're gonna cancel everybody with a shitty pass in music? Like, are we really gonna go down that rabbit hole?
Yeah, and I'm a super advocate. Don't hit bitches.
No,
but
for sure. But
you know, don't try to get your bitch hit either. But he did his time.
yeah,
We
Got
don't
caught,
say-
did
he
his
did his
shit,
time.
yeah.
He
I agree.
I think he pled guilty.
I think he did too.
I think he kind of got like a not guilty because of the whole steroid rage and like, oh, he's depressed and blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. But yeah, he did his time. He didn't like puss out. He didn't go to like a psych ward. He didn't like
No.
get early. I think he got early because he was nice.
He got early, yeah, 'cause
Yeah, it
he
wasn't
was a
like
good
a-
guy, and he's
yeah,
like
he's
actually
violent
like
out
super
or-
Christian and like
Yeah.
really actually.
Yeah, no,
Like,
he
other
doubled
than-
down on Christianity. I can't fucking.
Other than the whole like moral fucking disgust thing.
So I
you know,
never.
like-
I was stoked when he came back. I was stoked when the first song dropped. I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
and it was heavier than fucking ever. It was
He's always
like,
been an idol of mine as far as like just talent.
just savage.
Yeah,
But-
he's
but
always
I did see
visceral.
that they
The Sound of
finally-
Truth is-
They finally parted ways with those cats, so it was like I mean, honestly,
good for them.
I think it was them holding on for obviously the
I
money
hope the
and
next band's all right.
yeah, you know, go do what you got to do, make your money. That back catalog, when me and you rode,
Again, no, that live,
when me and you rode to
fucking
Hattiesburg,
live, and you don't know it's live until you hear a crowd like, oh shit.
This Is Who We Are came on, and then we were like 6 tracks in, and then finally he comes on and like, it's good to fucking see
You're right,
everybody
Toronto or
here."
whatever, like in
yeah,
Baltimore or some
San
shit.
Diego.
What?
He's like, wait,
Just
what?
talent.
Is this fucking Cheap Trick live at the Budokan? Like,
Yeah.
I Want You to Want Me? Like, the only way I ever want to hear that song is live at the Budokan.
It's like Deer and Gray. I can't listen to Deer and Gray albums, but
Yeah.
like live at Vodacons every year or whatever time they go is just nasty. They're always talented. It's just a live band.
There's certain venues that have a life to them like that, like the Budokan. Red Rocks is one for like acoustic-y, like airy music,
Mhm.
because it is such an open amphitheater type atmosphere.
I liked Pompeii. Pompeii apparently had good
Pompeii is
the,
fire.
with
Yes,
Pink Floyd.
Floyd.
Yeah, no, that was always a weird venue. It was just cool, but like just as good as it sounded was weird.
Infamously, the Fox Theater in Atlanta.
I don't know if I know any. I probably have seen some
Leonard
shows,
Skinner,
but
pretty
never.
much everybody in the 70s
don't know the
that
name
did a
offhand.
live album.
Okay.
The Warehouse in New Orleans before
Yeah.
it got tore down or whatever. ZZ Top, all their live shit.
Yeah, no, big facts. Yeah, no, yeah, fucking. I was like down just sheer talent. Everyone, but yeah, Tim Lambesis alone, his 3 versatile styles of screaming are just fantastic.
That's the thing with him. He's like a, what do they call, like a 5-tool pitcher in baseball. Where like he has everything. He could throw a fastball, he could throw a sinker, a
Yeah,
curveball.
yeah, right. Down to bunting, like just
and,
yeah.
and knows where to put it. Like,
Yeah.
like when he's going to change his voice. He can go high, but he's not necessarily going to go high all the time.
Yeah, dude, fucking big facts. And again, like you were saying, back catalog. It's not a bad album. Not a bad album. Every album
Coming
gets a
from
skull.
somebody who's super picky about that genre, like I won't listen to
Metalcore, that's technically metalcore, isn't it?
This. Yeah, because there's so much trash in that genre. Like there's just
Oh, there's still, in my opinion, the food group. There's Trivium, Bullet My Valentine, Kill Switch Engaged, As Lay Dying, and name a 5th one, because that's basically it.
see, and all the ones I like aren't even metalcore anymore. Like Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah, Bring the Horizon, yeah.
They're
They
not
haven't been out in a long
not
time, but I guess in that
anymore.
era.
As I
absolutely.
Lay, or
Every Time? I guess Every Time I Die is
Every
technically
Time
metalcore.
I Die. Yeah,
Technically.
they're up there.
Man, that sucks. I hate
What
I hate
about
that.
Phil?
Phil? Oh, All That Remains.
All That Remains.
I gotta give them credit.
Time.
They're,
Like,
for a little time, yeah.
now they're more like just hard rock.
Yeah, they're radio.
Five Finger Death Punch
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't dog them for it. Again, get your check, dude.
Get your money, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Fucking whatever, dude. They weren't going to stand out in that genre. And you could just tell, I mean, as much as that guy can scream, he's not, you can't go on tour with Whitechapel forever.
And how long can you pull that shit off and then go talk on Ben Shapiro or Tim Pool's fucking...
I mean, you could. It's a very undertapped market.
Yeah.
I mean, it would just be you and Michael Graves.
Well, look at Papa Trev. I mean, before, rest in peace, he was writing articles and shit.
Fucking tistic as shit,
for
man.
what, Blabbermouth and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, Blabbermouth and, that's some metal.
Livewire,
yeah, Livewire, something like that.
Livewire, yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah, dude was an encyclopedia. Man, I miss Papa Trev.
He was a dog. I listen to their shit all the time, actually. Like,
again,
wildly, like, only certain songs, like, when We Found Verminous.
I hate that I can't listen to their new shit. I support 100% Ryan singing for him now. The guitarist that did back vocals now doesn't play guitar at all. He's now the singer.
Okay.
I'm glad they continued on, but it's like Suicide Silence. It's not the same, and it's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's not your fault at all. I don't blame you for sticking to the name, but it's
God,
it's not even bad taste. It's just
to me, ceased to exist.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Suicide Silence, talking about them, like, that song, even though it's not Mitch, it's, that song.
Yeah. They had an album. Like I said, I give them. They're still great. I just personally don't
like the 100 deathcore songs you're going to show somebody, you're going to show them that.
Yeah. Yeah, it just sucks. Someone that, like, deals with depression and shit like that. And it sucks that they, like, that list that, like,
oh, it just gets
I don't purposely like the list of people that, like, but it's just they happen to be the ones that are actually saying something with what they're saying. And just so happens that what they're saying is terrible.
Well, when I got back into rap the time before last with the XXX Tentacion, Lil Uzi Vert, because I liked Lil Uzi Vert, but I was like, who's this little weird kid? And then I heard Look at Me Now or whatever, the Screaming record. And I was like, he's gonna make a pop music record, like he's gonna be. Yeah,
I don't fuck with Uzi. I don't hate him, but
and like they were pushing him on TV, and I was like, what? That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So I got behind him, and he washed Lil Uzi. Like, that 17 album is still, it's short and sweet.
Oh, Tentacion? I don't listen to him at all. I've never heard a song.
It's about 30 minutes long.
I do like that one song from Juice WRLD, Wishing Well. Speaking of, but yeah, no, Wishing Well's good. But I've never listened to Tentacion. I just didn't like him. He just looked mean and nasty. You know, again, I look mean and nasty. I get it. It's just a shtick, but he never looked like anything I wanted to listen to. That just angry.
He was fucked up a lot of the time, which obviously that was the Suicide Boys era. Yeah. Like, like everyone was fucked up.
Oh yeah, if you're not injecting weed into your testicles,
you're pretty much walking zombie at that point. But
I don't hate him. Same as Ghostbane. You're not my cup of tea.
Just artistically though, like he played guitar and like had these weird little influences, and it's like if he would have straightened up, like I felt like he could have done something really cool.
I'm just biased against ulti-black dudes. So, I mean, it's biased. It's just,
fair enough.
Yeah, it's just a stigma I have. I don't fuck with it, and it's not like a culture thing. It's just I've had that experience with like 5 of those dudes, so it's just like, no, every time I see one, I'm like, nah.
There is sort of like a through line to like the character of archetypes of people like that.
I like Naruto and cutting myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's fine. Do you think? It's just, it never got me. But I don't like white dudes do the same thing. I don't like, again, we spin it for MGK.
Right.
Yeah, I mean.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that fucking there's beef again in rap. He keeps everyone on their game, and I'm curious what everyone's actual thoughts are. As long as no one and people are gonna bitch out and not say shit and say shit that's fake. But I'm curious to know.
I like it because, and this is a great jumping off point, I imagine.
But in rap, I don't want them shooting and fighting each other. I don't give a shit about that.
Of course, you never want nobody to die. That's whack. You want good music. That's why I got out.
Yeah, hit each other on paper.
Everyone kept ODing. Like Mac, it was X, it was fucking LJX got shot.
I praise sobriety.
Right.
If changing your music is gonna suck.
So I hated that. It was like every time I picked a new favorite artist, Juice WRLD, started feeling his shit. He was fire.
I was a huge Black Dahlia fan. But
and I was like, oh, dead.
When Trevor died, it was like, shit,
dead.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah.
It's not the same when, when a receipt has a whole new meaning. it's not fun in games anymore.
Like I was too young
You
for
show your muscles.
Nirvana. Like I mean, Kurt was dead in '94.
See, I was lucky. I was the youngest of older siblings, so I got in a sort of cloudy way. It feels nice to be able to have the repercussions, and when I'm like actually like, no man, I get what Nirvana meant to people.
Oh yeah, no. See, I have that. Because of how
your
intricate
parents,
my parents are with
music.
music.
But yeah, it was nice being the youngest, so I had like all my older brothers and sisters actually listen to like the OG black metals and shit.
Yeah.
So like, no, like when I say like fucking old fucking Burzum or it's genuinely old Burzum's good, dude. I grew up on it. It sucks, but you know what I mean. But yeah, it's Nirvana. I mean, Nirvana sucked. That was the point. It was written to suck. It was written to be catchy. It was written to be stuck in your head.
It wasn't supposed to be intricate metal music. That was Alice in Chains.
Absolutely.
Alice in Chains wanted to be hard, but they really wasn't that hard. They were hard enough to be catchy, but like Soundgarden is way more intricate. Like it's all awkward time signatures and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like super unknown.
Yeah, Audio Slave Soundgarden was definitely the.
That was nerd.
They were like the Megadeth.
Shit. Yeah.
And then like. Yeah, I guess I don't want to say Nirvana was a Metallica because they weren't.
Nirvana was Metallica.
Yeah, I guess they were.
The poppiness.
But I'd say more Alice in Chains was Metallica, and then like Nirvana was the Melvins. Yeah, I mean, like
kinda, yeah.
Which do you fuck with the Melvins? Oh, I know you fuck with them a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
they're consistent, man. You got if you get into them, enjoy it because it's like 10 consistent albums.
The way I had to digest all that shit from like I want to learn it all, right?
Yeah.
Like or just have a good grasp. I would take it decade by decade. Like when you get to like the Melvins and shit, like I would dive into like the hits or whatever. And be like, all right, you can formulate your opinion.
Yeah, you get your taste. It's like the Pixies, but you
I really like to go
like
I like to take it album by album. So like I'll look up like what's the best album or like the most popular album.
Don't fuck with their most popular. Everyone says like Houdini is the best.
Yeah.
Go with Bullhead. It's a bunch of fruits. It's like a Chiquita banana sticker.
I can't remember which one I listened to.
And Stoner Witch with the swan on it.
That one. I listened to that one.
Yeah, those are two best in my opinion.
And what I listened to, I liked. So I'll say I like the, you know what I'm saying?
But you're always gonna get that. So enjoy. It's like Korn and Deftones at this point. So it's another one of those where you can be like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I get 10 more albums of this.
Yeah, because like my dad used to wake me up for school whenever I said I was gonna play music, and like he'd have like different live DVDs on or whatever, and be like, you know who fucking this is? It's like, no, I'm not gonna know who this is. It's 1973, dude.
Like, unless it's Iron Maiden, my 8-year-old mind's not going to comprehend this is the Who. You don't see the eye patch?
So then I was like, all right.
I thought the singer was missing an eye.
All right. But then, like, around here, like, if you want to play and make money, you got to play in a cover band. So
trust me, I know.
So you have to know these these wild, old country songs and shit like that. So the whole time, it's like, all right, I have to learn this shit. What was popular then? That's what I got to go to. Because that's what that's what they're going to go to.
Yeah, you got to do 3 steps. You got to do fucking... I'm trying to think of a David Allen Coe song that's not horribly racist. But yeah, you gotta do those, absolutely.
Oh, he did The Ride. The Ride's one of my favorite David Allen Coe songs.
Or best country song.
Ooh.
Banger. I mean, it's written to be the best country song. It's got Train and Mama.
Yeah.
In Prison. Pickup Truck. And an Old Hound Dog.
And then I love Johnny Cash because he was Drake of his time.
I fuck with old Johnny Cash. New Johnny Cash when he was old.
Yeah.
I fuck with God's Gonna Cut You Down and like Heart.
All his covers.
Yeah, I fuck with.
Yeah, Rusty Cage.
Yeah. Johnny. Like I still like his old OG shit. I get Folsom Prison era. It was good.
Ring of Fire is cool because it's like punk.
Yeah, I mean he has his classics.
It's ska. It's got some horns.
Oh, you do have to fucking loopy, dude. Yeah, you like half step that up higher and you're good, dude. You have like 2 No Doubt albums.
But how do you feel going back to the Kendrick Drake thing that this is just a warm up for the fucking election? The work with the AI, the Twitter bots, all the shit that they've mentioned about each other. Drake saying Kendrick's buying comments and views on YouTube, that's in streams. And
I don't think Kendrick is. I think people are for Kendrick.
Yes.
But pot calling the kettle black because people are doing that for you, Drake.
Well, Drake's literally built his career off that. He was the first artist to sign a deal with a streaming service.
I know that.
Yeah, from Scorpion was the last album. So like the 3 albums that nobody heard about, Views, the one with the, what is it?
You're blowing my fucking mind right now, Muscles.
Yeah, he signed to Apple for 3 albums,
Okay.
and it was kind of like his R&B
The
bag.
U2 route.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
God, there's any call on my phone.
it almost, it was
I
pretty
believe
much like he forced it down your throat. That's why Jay-Z made Tidal, to get everybody off of Apple, so we would get away from Drake.
Okay, fair enough. It worked.
It was
I
good.
like Jean Baptiste II.
It was definitely kind of a thing. I mean, they squashed it, but it was for sure a thing.
But yeah, I don't know about the AI shit as far as like any of that shit going on.
But it feels like that's what we're looking at, because like people believed all the fake tracks that Drake made about Kendrick.
Man, that's just stupid, people. Because yeah, people fall. But in fairness, we did fall for that one song everyone thought was from first to last. But was that weird Canadian band that no one knew about?
Fair enough.
But we were 13.
But that weird Canadian band.
I never heard about them.
But
Never heard
that
of it.
one song.
Haven, I think.
That one song was cool.
But yeah, I don't. I'm not surprised. I mean, again, I think the only thing AI can think about with Kendrick is his music video, where he morphed his face or other people's face on his body. Yeah. But I mean, I don't. It's the same thing with my thoughts on AI in general. I don't hate it, but I don't fuck with it.
As a
mind it.
creative, it's icky. Like when you start you can use it, but to me, it's like
I'm naive with it because I still think, as much as I hate it. First of all, it's doing the wrong thing. It should be doing our jobs, and we should be making art.
yes.
But I always think, like, when it first came out, I was like, cool, people who are disabled can make art.
Yeah.
And that was, like, my naive, like, I knew it was going to be corrupted ASAP by fuckboys and fuckgirls doing, like, God knows what with it.
Yeah, because the country singer, Randy Travis.
I would love to utilize it a couple times, like a music video or an album cover, just to see what it would
yeah.
do, but...
Yeah.
But I'm an artist.
Well,
I have 7 albums under my belt right now, just in...
You know how that shit goes.
Yeah.
Evolve or die. You're going to have to use it, or you're going to get paced out. Or you're
Well, just the amount's going to help me.
The way we look at mainstream artists compared to indie artists, up to when Chance the Rapper crossed over.
It's just how you visualize
it.
it.
Won the Grammy, though. Like, as far as the promotion, because he actually had the money to pay for it, that's how we're going to look at AI.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers that use it are going to be on steroids in this lane. And
Absolutely.
Then there's going to be Pusha T.
It should be its own
Then there's going to be
category.
Pusha T,
Yeah,
who's
exactly,
still
yeah.
going and getting
Yeah.
records and
Yeah.
flipping. You know what
It
I'm
definitely
saying?
just need to be recategorized. It should be, but people just need to be open with it. Like, hey, this is AI.
Yeah.
Cool. Like, there's that one band, not even a band. It's a YouTube channel. It goes 24/7, 365 making metal, and it's just an AI.
The lo-fi hip-hop.
Yeah, shit like that. Like, dude,
Lo-fi hip-hop
cool.
girl.
Yeah, make the impossible happen. Like I said, I'm cool with fucking people who have, like, only can use their neck and can, like, now blink and be like, I want to make a painting with, like, camo and flowers
With my
and a
thoughts.
princess.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Don't put a chip in your head. But,
Yeah,
no,
prefer to
dude,
not
big
do
facts.
that.
Like, so, yeah, I'm curious with it, but I'm not going to pay.
No.
Everyone keeps bragging about free AI fucking tool, and I've never been able to use a single one.
Because they're not free.
Exactly. Like, so it'd be nice if I could fucking make an album cover or a music video without having to go out and do it. I could just imprint myself and do it. Cool.
Absolutely.
But-
100%.
Again, I'm a real artist, and I'm not just making AI shit. I sit there with a pencil and paper still. Or just on my iPhone with, like, the digital paintbrush, you know what I mean?
100%. I'm just... And to have that used in this format of, like, a rap beef, it just feels like that we're getting real close to this being like an election. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can sway the public in a rap beef, it's pretty much the same thing, if not harder.
I want
'Cause
beats.
rap-
I'm curious about beats. I want to hear some fucking AI beats.
AI beats.
Like, if you just generally feed it
Well,
West
because
Coast and trap for
who's
an hour.
doing the inputs on the AI? That's what's going to
Like,
come
well,
to.
that's-
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, if Metro Boomin,
But again, anyone could do that with the list.
but
if
if
you have
Metro
the exact
Boomin
tag.
uses AI
Exactly.
versus me or you
Yeah.
use AI, you ain't going to. You can't sit here and say that like we're not going to be able to. Tell
Yeah,
the
I'm
difference.
generally curious what, like, Merzbow, you know,
Right.
using it would be, or fucking Alchemist using it would be, or
I think
someone.
it's going to help the incompetent. I think it's going to help us. I
Exactly.
think it's going to help us
Yeah.
to get overwhelmed with options. I think we're going to be able to
Yeah.
easily sift through things.
Like I said, it'd be
and
nice
make it-
to, like,
make it
finalize
accessible.
shit with
So,
AI.
yeah, I'm not against that.
I use GarageBand. Like, I all my guitars, all my fucking, except my drums with you.
Yeah.
Everything, other than my vocals and like, but I still write everything. It's just an electronic guitar that I can carry with me in my pocket.
And you're still playing.
Yeah.
You didn't.
So, but
like,
again, like
you
I
didn't-
still use cheats.
Yeah, you didn't go like steal a loop or something. And
Yeah,
even-
no, exactly. I didn't Cyrax it.
And even
know
if
what I
you
mean?
even if you did, you would still have to engineer it. You
Yeah,
know,
like the
so-
most I do is steal movie sound clips. You know,
Right,
but
right.
that's just my background in music. Every dope metal band is just like, yeah, dude, fucking rise the zombie noise. Yeah, you put that in the beginning with your breakdown.
The whole hip hop's done that forever.
Exactly,
With the
yeah.
chipmunk voice.
Yeah.
I mean, how many things have been ripped from other things that they didn't want to pay for, so they just pitched the voice off?
Yeah, no big facts, right?
I mean, come on.
Most any tag everyone uses is a fucking stolen movie line or something. So yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
gonna help you adapt, and I'm absolutely for it. But I'm not gonna pay for it. Absolutely no.
100%.
If it's literally nothing, doing nothing for nothing, I'm not paying for nothing.
No.
Webly.
No, I'm not doing that at all.
Yeah, what the fuck? What am I paying for? But yeah, I think that's episode.
I'm good with
What?
that. Yeah, I mean, shit, that's an hour on the dot actually.
Heck
so.
yeah, Borowski.
So yeah, Neighborzilla back at you. Kind of a new format, but stick with us, and
We'll get back at it.
Yeah, we're gonna review some shit as we go and talk.
We just
I
got
mean-
out of prison. What do you expect?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And boy, is my asshole tired.
No pauses here, folks.
No.
No pauses. See,
New look, same room.
same room.
Bye.
Peace.
Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning.
Hey, you guys ready?
Nice meeting everybody. Man, who gets drunk and cuts his family's hair?
You're gonna look pretty funny trying to eat corn on a cob with no fucking teeth.
How could you do this to nannies?
No, Sergeant, I might make them with you, sir, but I bite my nose!
My name is Björk, and your television is just about to explode.